I'm back with Sergeant Luke Daly, and Sergeant Daly is going to take us through this child seat and give us some tips and pointers and things that you need to know. So take it away, Sergeant.
Thank you. What we have here is what we call a convertible seat, which means it's rear-facing and forward-facing type seat, and also can be eventually used at what we call a booster seat. In this case here, we'll go over looking at it as a forward-facing seat. Again, you have to look at the recommendation of the weight and height. When we talk about rear-facing seats, we say, and it's mandated basically, that if you have an infant from 20 pounds and 1 year, so if somebody wants to go forward-facing, they have to be over that year and over 20 pounds itself. 20 and. So in that case here. And the forward-facing, what we look at here on these seats here is making sure we have the 5-point harness right here, that's down here. What you want to do is make sure at a forward-facing level that it's at or above on a child. These harness straps have to be at or above. If you're going on a rear-facing in this type of mode, it would be at or below for the child. So the child sitting in this seat here, again, he's over, or she is over 20 pounds, facing forward in this seat here. You would have this on here. We tell them, put in the straps. Okay. When we secure the child in here with the 5-point harness, we want to make sure that basically the strap is locked into place at armpit level. So it goes across at armpit level and it's snug tight. And what I mean by tight is basically getting what we say an index finger inside here to make sure that it's secured, just like that, between the child and the seat itself. We tell parents too, we come out a lot of scenes, we have people that come up here and they have maybe a mobile attached to the car seat, or they may have little toys here and there. We recommend and we tell them, unless it's part of this seat, we recommend that you don't have it part of the seat. It's not that it's not safe by itself, but it was not tested with this seat. So we tell parents, keep what belongs with the seat only with this seat. It's the same thing we tell parents when they have mobiles or mobiles in the cars and stuff like that. Those are considered projectiles. So God forbid you're involved in a crash, those become projectiles with your child. What we've noticed with childs too, with car seats and stuff like that, we want to make sure that the child is inserted in the seat or placed in the seat properly. Ideally, if you can, in the center of the seat, which is in the back of the seat. If not, we recommend on the passenger rear. Statistics shows majority of crashes occur on the driver's side, so you want to have that child either in the center or to the passenger rear. On this seat here, on any seat, we first do, when we do an inspection, we have somebody, we come out here, we do the inspection, we take the information, child's information, height and weight. What we look at also too is we check what we call a recall list. And every time we do a car seat check, we make sure that we have an up-to-date car seat checklist. Now anybody can go on what's called NewJerseySafeRoads.gov. They can go on there, file the icon, and it will tell you exactly how to go for child safety seat, and it will give you the recall list. So anybody who has a car seat can check on there. Another factor too, what we look at too, what we try to tell parents too, is when you buy the seat, make sure that if you get a seat that has a registration form, that you send that in. So if there is a recall, you're notified of the car seat recall. So we do an inspection, and the seat's fine and everything's good. We make sure that it's installed properly. We try to stress to the person that comes to the checkpoint that we want you to have that seat installed. I mean, we know how to do it. We want to make sure that you know how to put it in there. And once you put it in there, we'll go over it and we'll show you, okay, well, you need to do this or you need to do that. As Officer John Mitzak alluded to before, a lot of times you will get in there and the seats will be very loose. And what we try to do is we try to tell parents, if your child's seat moves 1 inch left to right, forward to back, that's okay. Less than an inch is fine to secure the seat. When we do car seats, we also tell people if they can't make it to our car seat checkpoint, other departments at various agencies will do them. They can go to any municipality or any PD. Usually there's like 1 to 2 technicians like ourselves that are certified. So say, for instance, somebody couldn't make it and they really needed to get it done, we'd recommend, okay, maybe go to Hillsborough or Raritan or Bound Brook municipalities and check to see if their technicians available on that. So basically this is on the seat. So if you'd like, we can try to install this, or we'll install that and we'll show you exactly what we do. Right now the officers are placing the car seat. In this case, it'll be the forward-facing seat. Right now, basically what they are doing, they are feeding the seatbelt through the loops of the forward-facing or convertible seat. And they will lock it into place into the latch. And the key, as Officer Mitzak said before, was to make sure when he puts the seat down, you push hard down at the same time and get a tight, secure fitting on this. The seat here on the forward-facing, again on the rear-facing, our concern was making sure that the child is between 30 and 45 degrees. Again, a child or an infant at that age or at that level of development does not have the control of raising their heads left to right or up and down. In the event you're involved in a motor vehicle crash, make sure that you take that seat out, and you can have, and most likely get with your insurance company, can send it back for basically like a reimbursement type thing. Again, if you're involved in a motor vehicle crash, a significant crash, you want to try to discard that seat and go with another seat. We want to do on that. Well, we'd like to thank the Chiefs Association, because without them, this support, and New Jersey Department of Highway Traffic Safety, because our chiefs, they know this program is worthwhile. We go out there, they give us the time to do this kind of stuff. And in this case here, we're able to do it at our department here. We want to thank our chief, Chief Richard Borden, for doing something like this. He's very much into this type of program. And of course, Mayor Patricia Flannery, the Mayor of Bridgewater Township Police.
All right. Again, thank you so much for being with us today.
And we'd like to thank John Langle, who's the Superintendent of Public Works, for this event. He helps out anytime we need stuff like tents, chairs, whatever. He makes sure he does what he's got to do to make sure that these programs getting taken care of, and we have the equipment that we need to assist in doing these events. John, you got anything to say on this?
Yeah, one thing, that these programs are very important. I mean, the mayor, you know, and the police department make sure that these things go on, you know, on a Saturday, you know, and very important to the residents, including my grandsons and everybody else that come here, and all the residents that have their car seats put in properly. And it's very, very important. And I'm glad to see these programs go on. I'll do anything I can to see that they still do.
Thank you very much to Sergeant Luke Daly, all of the officers that helped us out today, the Bridgewater Police Department, and all of the officers from Somerset County for our child seat safety inspections today. Thank you very much.
Chief Borden, can you introduce the special guest that we have with us today?
Yes, Sergeant Luke Daly is in charge of our traffic safety unit, and he is the coordinator of the child safety seat program, and he runs these child safety seat days with his officers and various officers from the county.
Okay, for our parents, Officer Daly, that haven't been able to make it to the event, can you give us some of the key things that parents should consider when they're putting in their car seats for their children?
Well, first thing we want them to consider is that car seat that they want to get compatible to that vehicle, and also a cost factor for some of the parents too. If they have any questions, by all means, they can go to our municipality or any other police municipality within Somerset County. We're all certified car seat technicians, and we can give them some helpful hints. We encourage parents to try to put the seats in first on their own, you know, following instructions. Once they do that, then come see us, and we can point out what needs to be corrected in there. It's easier for us to do it and explain that to them, because you know, we see that they put the seat in, and we can give them a little helpful hints.
That's great. Is it true that all children now should be put in the back seat as opposed to in the front seat?
Well, for the first year, always in the rear of the seat and rear facing. The thing we look at today is we try to have people or their children, the longer rear facing, the safer it is for the child. And car seats now are going up to where the weights are increasing now, so that seats are now being designed for more weight of children to face rear facing. The safest spot is in the back of the vehicle, by all means.
That's great. Okay, so moms and dads out there, make sure your children are in the back seat. Make sure you come to the police department to get your safety tips on your seatbelt. And we also have a special event I know coming up where parents can come and actually have their seatbelts seats for children checked. Is that true?
Yes, we have another event here scheduled for September 26th from 10 to 2 p.m. At our municipality. Again, we encourage parents to look on the website, which is New Jersey Safe Gov, and you can see all the other municipalities that will hold their events as far as car seats without Somerset County.
Well, thank you very much. You both provide an absolutely wonderful service, and parents, get out there on September 26th and make sure your children are safe. They are our most precious cargo. Thank you, Chief, and thank you, Officer Daly.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.